grass and stuff?
The grass is on the first ready stage, on the light yellow one. So if we wanted to, since my fields will be getting corn planted in it as soon as the ground temperature hits 10, we could harvest, mow field 78 and 7, because otherwise that grass is going to waste. It's fully fertilized. Oh.
Yeah, if you don't want to use it.
I can't use it. I don't have any animals. I don't have the equipment. So I'm basically jobbing it out to the company. You keep all the proceeds from the bales you make and do it otherwise for free.
Or you can give me the grass because I could use it. And I'll give you some money. Come up with a price.
I don't mind either way.
We'll see how much grass is, or hay is, or something. Grass, I don't know.
Hay is not going to be possible because hay has to dry on the field.
Oh, I've got a hay dryer anyway.
Oh.
But problem is you don't get a price for grass to have a reference for, that's all, because it's seasons.
That is true, but we can check the silage price and cut it by 4 and do it that way. That would be 15 per 1,000 if we go by the highest price for silage.
I drove right past it. I should have checked to see where the dot was first, but I thought I'd use my eyes. Silly me. Considering I can see them where they are. Oh no. I gotta stop using my eyes, eh? But actually, I wouldn't be able to see the yellow dot if I stopped using my eyes. I'll scrap that. Take that back. Install, which way's that? Down there, along there, up there, round about there, and yeah. Roughly be there. Actually, is there a quicker way I can go past the boo, isn't there? Can I go out there? Oh, I'm better off on the road. As long as I don't go over the speed limit and get us a ticket, I'll be better off on the road. Speaking of which, speed cameras. And if anyone new here hasn't seen this map or doesn't realise, these speed cameras do work. You do get a ticket if you go over the speed.
And quite steep tickets too.
Trying to think, where do they do income proportional tickets?
They do Sweden, is it?
Sweden, yeah, Sweden. Which I find a great idea.
So do I. Because it's supposed to be a punishment, and if you know everyone gets the same amount for the same speed, it's more of a punishment for people in middle class and lower incomes and middle incomes than it is for people with high incomes. It's supposed to be a deterrent, so yes, I reckon Sweden's got that really well, and people don't understand what we're talking about. In Sweden, the amount you get fined for speeding depends on how much your income is. So the higher your income, the higher the fine. So it doesn't matter if you're like 10 kilometres or 10 miles over the speed limit. Someone who's got a higher income will get a higher fine than someone who's got a lower income.
So it hurts everybody equally, and you can do it again.
Yeah, and you're not putting one further out than the other either. You know, it's just, yeah. I mean, it should be a deterrent not to speed if you're a poor income anyway, because you can't afford the ticket, regardless. But yeah, it's pointless if you give someone a ticket who's got a high income, and pretty much it's like losing, you know.
Well, proportionally, say, you lose 1%.
Lose change,
that's not
yeah.
much, but 1% when you're making that sort of money.
Yeah, well. If you're making $100,000 a year, that 1% is 1,000, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
One that got me was we have the hoon laws in my country. So if you get caught spinning your tires or revving aggressively or just being a degenerate in your motor vehicle, they have the right to impound the vehicle for 24 hours on the first offence. I think it's like a week on the second offence and permanently / crush on the third offence. But the kicker is, it doesn't matter who owns the vehicle. So you have your work van, and you get a bit angry at the traffic lights, you spin the wheels, you go on. Yeah, no, your work van is now impounded, and the company can deal with you.
Yeah, I think we just get fined here, and it's called dangerous driving.
Yeah. Well, we had the hoon laws to specific. They had to revise it actually because when they first introduced the hoon laws for preventing hooligan behaviour behind the wheel, they said, if you spin tires, plural. And I said, that's okay because the average sedan can only spin one tire, so we're not spinning tires, we're spinning a tire. So they had to adjust it to loss of traction of a wheel.
There's always a way around it.
All right, Mr. JJ, from Sunderland Wick Estates to the Garden Centre, please.
Rightio. I just shut down my monitor for the CPU and that there. I mean, it didn't go over 46 degrees, so it ain't overheating issues. My current GPU is not even in the red. In the megahertz range, it's 2025 megahertz for the GPU, 9701 megahertz for the memory, and temperature of 51 degrees. So I don't think it's either of those. I mean, the other thing is it could be a shoddy USB connection and I might hit my mic, which is the reason why it's happening. But I didn't have it there. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. There's no point trying to figure it out right now, is there? Because I can't do anything about it. I'm just worried that'll happen again. That's my only problem.
Say, JJ, what does the menu look like in this game?
What does the what look like in this game?
The menu. Have you checked the menu lately?
Yeah, it looks exactly the same.
That's good. Just wanted to make sure it looks the same.
Yeah, I know what you're telling me. Because I said if it happens again. That's what caught. Yeah, I know. So where's it going from again? Oh, there, all the way up there. Oh, so just from point A to point A and a half.
Righty guys, we need a new shed. Because the sprayers we don't have a bay for the sprayers.
Well, there you go. Help yourself.
I will.
I'll give you the
same we have.
Yeah, use the same we have. And make sure they're facing each other, but give a good distance. Because just remember what we did there is enough room to turn around and back things in. So you might need to go a little way from that gravel and then pump it down.
Will do.
And I'll do this delivery, and after I've done this delivery, I'll go off and make my coffee, leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Smudo and Mr. Patrio. I've still got to look up how to do automatic transitions, automated time transmissions between the two screens, intermission screens of you and Patrio. I suppose I don't really need to. It's not a must, because while I'm waiting for the kettle to boil, it sounds wrong saying it like that, but I know other countries don't call it a jug like we do. Waiting for the jug to boil. I'll just switch it between you two.
I was going to say, because I could have sworn you could set the transition as a effect, so just a case of, A to B, wait, say, 300 seconds, and back to B to A.
You can, yeah, I just got to look it up. I know you can do it, I've seen it, but I just got to look it up. Plus, the problem is I know with OBS, Slob's OBS, you don't have as much things as normal OBS, which I had a look at the other day to see what that was like. Copied all the things across from this one to normal OBS, and I don't know, I like the layout of this OBS, Slob's OBS actually, over the normal OBS. The one I got was from Stream Elements because they have their own plugin, but the OBS interface is exactly the same as normal OBS. And the other thing too, the OBS, you get updates straight away. With Slobs, you got to wait because they integrate their own stuff into it. But I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just got to find the video and make sure of it.
I think the benefit of Slobs is the whole user accessibility, just to make it a bit easier to, function, get yourself set up and situated and running. So even with the plugins, that's pretty much A to B, but your standard OBS, it's one of those, it offers you more options and more power, but you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah, but a lot of people prefer it. A lot of streamers prefer normal OBS over Slob's OBS. Because it gives you more options. You're able to do more. You get more plugins you can have. Now, I've watched a lot of videos on stuff that are useful to be used, and a lot of them won't be used, only be used on standard OBS. You can't use it with Slobs, some really good ones. So.
Yeah, which makes me chuckle because I know that our good friend Frith tends to use Direct 3D as his screen recorder of choice, and way back when I used to use Fraps, but that used to record uncompressed only, so it would just shoot your hard drive to pieces. I used to also use, what was it called? Can't remember now. There was other screen recorder that I used that used to do encoding on the fly, which is really good, but not quite there. And then obviously Shadowplay took over, and then I used OBS instead of Shadowplay because OBS could use the Shadowplay technology, on-chip rendering, compression for the video to, direct capture. The whole point of the story is taking screenshots of all things. Hitting print screen is one thing, but Shadowplay was easy. You hit a button and it would save a photo to your documents. OBS offers that function, but you can't just hit a button off window to do that. You have to hit a hotkey for it. So it's like, we do that, we're not for that.
Sorry to interrupt, guys. Where do we land on the grass, JJ? Do you want that, and do we use your stuff, or do we use company stuff?
Well, that's up to you because it's your grass.
Well, you pay me money for the grass, the company just takes the bales and does the work. It's just extra income for the company.
Yeah, as long as I get the grass, I don't care how.
So then you take the grass. Do you want it as loose grass, or do you want us to make silage bales?
Good question. Actually, silage would probably be my best option because I think I'm okay for hay for a while. So making
Patrio,
TMR is the main thing, so...
Yeah, Patrio, could you bring the baler and the Big M then up to Dragobah Estates? I will hop over in a second and give contractor so we can start that.
I've actually got my own baler as well.
Yeah,
And
I have a baler up there too, so we have two balers no matter what.
Yeah, hopefully it works. We'll find out.
Yeah. If we do, you have a silage bale storage area, right?
Yes, silage bales.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so once we do put the silage bales in there, they are yours no matter what, so...
Okay. What I'll do is...
Who transports it does not matter at all.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll send this off to the boo, this tractor, and I'll go off and make my coffee. And as usual, I'll run an ad and just leave you in the capable hands of Mr. Smudo and Mr. Patrio. And I shall return with the coffee in hand and hopefully PC on.
Wait, wait, before you do that, I'm gonna hop into my farm. You have to make me farm manager, so I can give the company contracting rights. I am switched, so if you would.
Done, son, done.
Very
Completely done.
good. Grant contractor.
I'll start on your intermission screen, Mr. Smudo. This time I normally start with Patrio, but let's change it up a bit.
Alrighty.
Let me go wild and steer away from the tradition.
I was gonna say, it just means you're leaving him in actual capable hands rather than just some hands.
Yeah, I normally use you because it's more entertaining and comic value, but we'll stick with the German this time because we know we'll get precise and
Jesus,
accuracy.
Jesus
top-notch
Christ,
worked.
Where's the brown ring?
Right.
On your neck?
Oh yeah, hey. Keep it PG. All right, I'll be back soon. And I'll run an ad. So see you in a second.
Yeah.
Although speaking of gear and PG, I did catch a worker off guard the other day. He was talking about something. I said, "Oh, you need to wipe your chin," and he's like, actually wipes his chin. He's like, "Oh, what's there?" And I said, "Because you're dribbling."
Yeah, I like this better with the sheds for the implements. It's gonna be it's gonna be a pain to repair it during winter, but gives us stuff to do on one day at least.
Well, that and it's nice to present a smorgasbord of implements that are very easy to collect, pick up, and move it off.
Mm-hmm. Ain't that the truth? Alright. Yeah, you can, if you would start mowing on field 79, because once that is done, I can start plowing that. At least the ground temperature is not right yet for corn, but it needs plowing anyway, so that's not an issue. And if you want, you can leave the baler there. I'm gonna come up to the estates and can do the baling, so we don't leave stuff in the corners. No, wait.
No worries. I've got auto drives headed to your estates at the moment, but I'll probably cut it off just before it reaches your yard.
Mm-hmm.
He says as he drives straight into your yard.
Yeah, it stops right, slightly, shortly behind, on high, stops on.
Slightly after when you want to, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, well, the T-junction to the main road, I'll leave the baler on the road?
No, I'm coming down through there with my pickup. Just leave it on the tip point for the silo, please.
Alright, let me just maneuver.
Is that that baler set up for 4,000 liters or for 8,000?
I do not actually know. It's the... I mean, obviously it's the JSP one.
It's a Stevie one, yeah.
Although interestingly, it does have a option for automatic unloading, so that might be handy for you.
Mm. Nice, the crops are going good. I can't see any dead spots on the fields as of now.
Can't remember what the hotkey is for windrow selection. Wasn't it just N for November?
No. Let me check. Left control Z. It was dropping. There we go. So for you, probably left control Y, because I have a German keyboard and you have an English one.
I got the US QWERTY centered. Yeah, left control Y should be work mode. Yeah, but if you set it, then it's set anyway, so that's fine.
Aye. Ah, damn it. Let's see if the automatic drop off actually works.
Right, I'm back. Hello.
Hello.
Let's give this trailer and tractor a bit of a wash because they're quite dirty. And then I'll jump into my farm and you can give me contractor rights and I'll bring over my autoload trailer and pick up the bales.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
The other thing too, I was thinking about maybe ending early as well, around about 5 o'clock-ish. Just so I can pull the PC apart and have a look. Because I'd rather do it when I've got daylight because my lights in this house are the cheap low lights. And I can't see anything.
Low wattage, high efficiency, low visibility.
The ground temperature is not right yet to put in the corn as well, so
I heard you.
could together plow the fields. I have 2 plows up here, and maybe lime if they need it. After that, I am just fine and dandy with stopping.
Yeah, no, that's cool. We can do that. Even if we don't get it done today, we can carry on next week.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, that's right, we parked it here, haven't we?
$8,000 liters per bales. Good, good. Means not that many bales gonna be made.
Helps if I turn it the right way. I wasn't looking at what I was doing. I was moving my microphone. That's